Hi everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is, Pariah. What does this word pariah mean? It's bad. You guys, it is bad. If a person or a group is a pariah, you are shunned. You are an outcast. You are despised. Nobody wants nothing to do with you. Now, where does it come from? It actually comes from Tamil, which is a South Indian language. I believe the area that it's from is called Tamil Nadu. And it goes from Tamil, we believe, through the Portuguese sailors who hit the shores of the Indian subcontinent and Africa before the English sailors did. And they passed it on to the English sailors, and we got it in English. And there are many words like that. Palaver is another word that we got that way. Anyway, and the OED says, 1610, 1611, we got it. But it was literal at that time and referred to this specific ethnic group that lived in Tamil Nadu. Now, I'm calling it an ethnic group, but that's perhaps my own ignorance. They were included in the outcast or untouchable caste, which was completely outlawed in 1950 with the Indian Constitution. So things aren't like they were before. They're much, much better now, but some of these attitudes die hard. And that's why if you use this word in the West, let me go back a second. About within a couple hundred years, we use this word pariah completely figuratively. We have no idea who these folks are in India. This is what we call semantic bleed, where the original meaning is so far away from the way that we use it that nobody even knows what it was. So in the West, we use pariah freely. We don't worry about it. But you should be careful if you happen to be in a South Asian setting. It could upset people because this is not exactly over and done with these issues, right? Okay, so how do we use it today? How about this? In the post-colonial world, the fastest way to become a pariah nation is invade another country. Ain't nobody gonna like you. Okay, and how about this? Hansen's disease, which most people know as leprosy. If you caught leprosy in the past, you were a pariah. People were terrified. They didn't want to catch it. They thought it was very contagious. And they would send folks out to, Molokai on an island for the rest of your life. Don't come near us. Today, Hansen's disease is very, very treatable, very easy. Within a very short time of being treated, you're not contagious anymore. Not that you ever really were that much. But despite that, there are still places where there are laws that still treat people with this condition as a pariah. For example, you can divorce somebody if you find out they got leprosy in some places. And finally, how about this? In places like Minnesota, right now, there are masked individuals doing bad things. And I personally am looking forward to the day when they are international pariahs and they have no place on this planet to rest their head in peace. Well, maybe it's just me. Anyway, speaking of pariahs, how about if you want to buy a book and you're kind of feeling the historical moment and you're kind of looking for parallels, maybe you would want to buy a book like this, Hitler's High Command. There's a lot of familiar faces in here. In any case, if you want to buy a book like this, you don't want to buy it from the big boys. We want to buy from independent booksellers. So, if you want to read inside Hitler's High Command, just go click above or below at bookshop.org/shop/word of the day and I'll see you later.